Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday to you all. Welcome to Headmaster's Homeroom. I'm Lady Hamilton, and it is the Reset Kitchen tonight. I hope you guys are hungry. Bring some snacks and a notepad, because I promise you, by the time this is over, you will be hungry. And I did some amazing things tonight. But first, let's say hello to our wonderful viewers over there on Rumble. Nice to see everything. Oh, man, I got something special for you, Try. Nice to see you, Frosty, Try, Nancy, and more over there. Hello to our Pilled viewers. So excited to have you guys joining us tonight. I created a new meme just for tonight over there. And hello to all of our X viewers. So nice to see everybody as well. And hello to all of our YouTube viewers. I see you guys over there, right? Oh, that's awesome. So excited to have everyone here. Do me a favor and hit those buttons. It's super important so that people know we're out there. The algorithm needs to know about Headmaster's Homeroom, and please hit those likes and follows. Super important. And if you guys can, share the show out. Let's make more people hungry. And we are going to finish off today, not only feeding your body, but feeding your soul with great clips about humanity and maybe some fun ones as well. So welcome everyone tonight. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I am glad to have you here. So as I said, I have been really working with some different things today, and I wanted to know how I could make things without flour, without grains. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of arrowroot flour, and I love that. So I was like, how could I make a pizza with that? Pizza crust. How could I make lemon meringue pie? And how could I make brownies? Well, you guys are going to see tonight, because not only did it worked so well. I'm super excited about this. So like I said, you guys make sure you take a notepad. I will be in the chats with you. I just want to get these loaded up here. The first one is going to be a deep dish pie, deep dish pizza pie. It comes from my heart. You guys, I had a restaurant. I used to always make Chicago style pizzas. This one is very close to that, but making it with an amazing arrowroot flour. I used a little bit of coconut flour, but most of it was arrowroot flour. Super excited. If you guys have any questions, I'll be in the chat to answer those for you. So let's load it up and let's get hungry. First one up, like I said, is our wonderful cheeseburger bacon or bacon cheeseburger pizza. So here we go. We are going to make a pizza dough today, and we are going to be doing this with arrowroot and coconut flour. What we got here, we've got olive oils, we got our mixtures of flour here, and we've got our yeast already going. This is a couple teaspoons of dried yeast in a cup and a half of water, and we are going ahead and going to get ready for this. We wanted to have it activated for our recipe already, so we've already got that going. But again, a couple of 1.5 cups of warm water, a couple of teaspoons of dry active yeast, and we've got that ready to go. So we're going to put everything in here, starting with a couple tablespoons of olive oil, just like that. Putting in our activated yeast water here. All right. We also need a teaspoon of salt. Throw that right in there like that. And I've got a little bit of extra flour here for rolling it out later, but we need 3.5 cups of our flour, which it is a mixture here. There is one. I can just pour this in. We already got it measured in our cup. We're just going to save about 1/2 cup of this for later for rolling out purposes. Mixing in our arrowroot and coconut. All right, we're going to put this in the mixer and we're going to let it go. All right, we really just want to incorporate this. Use a dough hook. I like the paddle hook on this. We just want to really get it going and blend it well. Like I said, I do have a dough hook. You could use that if you wanted to. You could use the one without my hands. I like the paddle hook. Works really well. It comes off pretty easily as well. And it incorporates, in my opinion, the ingredients a lot better and faster. And look at this is what we want. Just a really good incorporated dough here. We're going to let this sit out. Doesn't have to go anywhere special. Just sit out for about 45 minutes. Let's get our bowl for that. Just a nice oil bowl. Cover up with some plastic wrap. We'll see this in about 45 minutes. All right, we are going to make our toppings to go with our pizza tonight. Starting with a couple. Well, starting with our pan, we're going to put in some olive oil here. Get that going. We're going to start with a couple small onions diced up and some garlic cloves here and get that going. There we go. Get that sizzling. That's what we want to do. We want to get those nice and caramelized before we add in our hamburger mix. All right. All right, so we've got these kind of half caramelized, and we're just going to add in our hamburger now. It's going to be a cheeseburger pizza. So we'll be adding our onions, garlic, hamburger, and we've got some bacon that we cooked in the oven. Absolutely smells wonderful here in this house. So there's going to be a pound of hamburger added to this. So we start with 2 small onions diced, a couple cloves of garlic, pound of hamburger. We're going to get this all browned up. Ready to go. Support your locals. This all comes from my local meat guy. We're just going to toss this all up, get this all caramelized and browned together. While that is cooking, you can see that I have cooked some wonderful bacon that I'm going to be dicing up here for us. And that's going to be ready to go for our toppings as well. All right, we're going to add a few tablespoons of my wonderful seasoning mix, Lady H's 7 spice seasoning mix. Give it some good flavor. Let that cook in with this. This is pretty much ready to go to be topped on our pizza. We're going to let that cook for just a few more minutes. All right, I've also chopped up some bacon, about a half a pound of bacon, as you guys can see here. We're going to add this to it. You guys can layer it if you want to, but I just like kind of making it all up ready to go. And we will layer this onto our pizza when that point is ready. This is our wonderful bacon cheeseburger mix that we've got going on here. All right, we're going to move this out of the way, maybe. And we are going to start on our sauce, which is right here. We started with some tomato paste. That's a half a pint of tomato paste. You guys know I make my own. I also make my tomato tomato sauce as well. So we're going to be adding in a half a pint of tomato paste, 1 pint of tomato sauce. We're going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, and 1/4 cup of Italian seasoning mix. That is how we're going to make our simple little pizza sauce. We're going to blend that. You can make that with a mixer. You can just use a spoon. Just want to see how thick this is. You may need to add a little bit more tomato sauce with it. Let's see. No, I think that's good. All right. For a little bit of extra added flavor to our sauce, we are going to add in a little bit of this bacon grease, just a couple tablespoons of that. Get some really good flavor in there. Perfect. We want a nice, thick sauce. Look at that. Super simple, everyone. Ready to scoop up right onto our pizza. All right, we've got our sauce ready to go here. And we've got our toppings ready to go. And we're going to put this all together. All right, our pizza dough is ready to go. We are just going to roll this out here. We're going to use some of that leftover flour mixture. Just put that on our counter here, just like that. Around, making sure our rolling pin is also nicely dusted. Pop that out just like that. All right, we're going to be making our pizza in a wonderful cast iron skillet. As we can see that we've already greased up a little bit of that bacon grease. So we're going to just roll this out. Making sure we keep that round look and shape for it here as much as possible. Pretty good, just like that. Oop. Little thin right there. I have to fix that up. See if we can. Oh wow. Okay. This dough is really fragile. Let me see what I can do. I guess you guys get to see. I've never worked with this kind before, so we're going to try this out again. Put it all in a ball and try it out again. Never too much rolling. A lot lighter with that arrowroot flour. Obviously a lot more fragile, but this is one of the reasons we're trying it out. See how this can work. That's better. All right. Bringing that over to our pan here.
And there's a nice crust around the side. Definitely easily pliable, so that is some good news. Like to have a nice deep dish pizza. We want this around the sides here. Just like that. Gives me a chance to enjoy this again. One of the reasons we're trying this out, making it from scratch. Alrighty, got that going. Next is our sauce that we made. Spread that around. Oh, that was a good amount too. Put in those scallops just like that. Sauce everywhere. There we go. Nice and good. Alrighty. I always like, maybe it's the Chicago pizza person inside of me. I always like to do a round of cheese like this. I've grated 2 pounds of Vermont cheddar cheese. Love that. Good stuff. Go to your deli and get your cheeses there. So much better, real cheeses. And then we're going to take our wonderful mixture, our hamburger, onions, garlic, and bacon, and put that all around. All of our wonderful mixture here. I don't want to miss a drop of this. Evenly spread out here as much as possible. Our wonderful deep dish pizza here, and then we're going to top that with more cheese. In a restaurant, I used to cook Chicago-style pizzas, and the cheese was always first. Served definitely in pans like this, deep dish style. It was awesome. All right, we're going to pop this in 425. Just like that. That's what we need to do. Is oil our crust. Just go around the edges. Oil like that. And in the oven it goes. As you guys can see, we are set to go with our amazing cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger pizza. And we will see it when it's finished. As you can see, our beautiful pizza is done. We're going to let this definitely sit for a few minutes so it's beautifully off its sides. It's got a really great crust. It just blows me away what you can do with it. It looks phenomenal. Like I said, we're going to let this sit for a few minutes before we cut into it. We will see it served up. All right, our pizza has set. Definitely a good 45, 50 minutes at 425 in the oven. And I don't even know, this is so little, I need an industrial pizza cutter. You might have to use a knife. But we are going to cut this by slice, do it into a pie form here. Like I said, I might have to get the knife out. Make sure it cuts all the way through on these edges. The pizza cutter did pretty good. Pretty good. All right, maybe some spots. This is one heck of a deep dish pie, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. Putting it right on here. As you guys can see how deep dish that is. Yum, yum, yum. There is your homemade pizza. Look at that crust. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. The arrowroot flour, everyone. Enjoy.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Man, right? Wow is right. Thank you so much for that. It turned out so well. That's what makes me so excited. You know, it's really interesting on top of that. You guys all know Nurse Patrick hates his grains, but he tried it. He tried the crust. He's like, look at that. Arrowroot is not a grain. And so he was like, all right. He was pretty excited about that. I'm very excited about that because I can make things like this without having all of those grains that cause inflammation, at least with my body and so forth. And so this was wow, wow, wow. You guys, there was your recipe for bacon cheeseburger pizza. Unbelievable. As soon as I said that, I'm like, man, if we had a restaurant here locally, people have never seen anything like this. I don't know. It keeps making me think, I'll tell you what, that was so good. So good. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Well, while I had the cast iron pans out, I thought I've got to make some brownies. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a restaurant and, or order pizza. They have a lot of these deep dish brownies as well. So I said, since I have the cast irons out, all greased up, ready to go, let's make some banana brownies. And so you guys are in luck. So we're going to load that up for our next video. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. So nice to see the new viewers. Welcome, 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 you guys. If you have any questions, I will be in the chats with you. But let's check out this amazing deep dish brownies. Here we go.
All right, we're going to make a little bit of brownies. I showed you in a previous recipe how to make your own chocolate pudding, which we're going to use today. We're going to use a couple of cups of our chocolate pudding, 4 bananas. We're going to put in 3 eggs. We'll start with that. Get these all smashed up and blended together. Over here in our mixer. A nice little whisk attachment, or use a hand mixer, or you could do it by hand. And we're just going to blend these bananas and egg together first. All right, that is absolutely what we want there. We're just going to lower that down, and we're going to add in our chocolate pudding. About a cup and a half of our chocolate pudding that we've made. Great if you have leftovers. We're going to just mix that here for just a second. That's all we want. We just want it slightly blended. And now we're going to add in some cocoa powder. Forward. A couple cups of cocoa powder in here. With a half a cup of arrowroot flour. like that. And get that mixed up. So slowly, you don't want that going everywhere. Adding, I know there's already honey in our mixture from the pudding, but we're going to add in a quarter of a cup more of honey. Just like that, as you guys can maybe can see, but we're adding in our honey. That's going to be our final touch. All of that wonderful honey in. So, all right, we're just going to mix this on high for just a second. We want to incorporate it all really well. That's about a medium, not really high. And that is what you do. All right, we've got our cast iron pan that we're going to be cooking this in. I always season my pans beforehand before I even store them. We are going to add a little bit of avocado oil in it, and just give it another good seasoning. I wouldn't use olive oil in this because you might have a little weird taste for that. Avocado oil would work really well with that, or some tallow. We are just going to pour this right in. Just like that. Gonna cook that in the oven at 350, and we will see it when it's done. And we can see that our brownie is done as well. This was a good 20 minutes in the oven. We want it to be firm but not too firm. Ready to go, 20 minutes. Just beautiful. Absolutely well. We will see this served up as well. All right, time to load up our brownies. Oh, these are gonna be so good. We like to serve these nice and warm. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, these are ooey gooey too. Best way to eat the brownies. Look at that, ooey gooey, beautiful. Put that right into here, nice and warm. You could serve this with some ice cream. You could serve this any way you basically want. You could eat it just the way it is, but I've made some homemade whipped cream that we are going to top this with. Just like this. Look at that. I have some homemade raspberry jam that we're gonna just drizzle like that. And our homemade chocolate sauce. Doesn't that look great? Doesn't that look great? All right, you guys, that's your homemade brownies with bananas, arrowroot, cocoa powder, honey, homemade whipped cream, honey, cream, a little vanilla, homemade chocolate sauce, and homemade raspberry preserves. Amazing. Enjoy.
Oh, I hope you love that one. Man, told you. That is chocolate heaven right there, everyone. Oh my gosh, that turned out so good. You could have it with ice cream, you know, you could have it whatever. Man, I just whipped up some homemade whipped cream and I have the raspberry sauce, the homemade chocolate sauce. Again, using that. That one's really awesome. Bananas, eggs, honey. I use leftover pudding that I made the other day, right? And I showed you guys how to make that. A little bit, not very lot of arrowroot flour. That is the theme, basically. I could have called this the arrowroot show, but I really wanted to play with this to see how that was going to work. So far, win, 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 win. I mean, this is just awesome. If you guys want to get rid of your flours and try arrowroot, I cannot highly, I can highly recommend it so much. It just, every single one of these turned out so beautifully. So cool. All right. Now for the cream of the crop, right? I was asked by a viewer, I love you, Tri-Stater. He's like, I wonder how you could make a lemon meringue pie without the cookie bottom or without the cornstarch. So I thought about that. I'm like, what if we use arrowroot flour? You guys know when I make my cheesecakes, I don't ever use any kind of graham crackers or flour crust or whatever like that. I use nut crust. And so that's exactly what I did. And so I was able to whip this up. And I did this recipe last night. And my husband was like, I like lemon meringue pie. It's like, I'll see. Oh, this will be really neat to see how this turned out. And I was so excited because not only did it turn out, it turned out phenomenally. So our next one here, guys, is homemade lemon meringue pie. So let me load that up and get set for this one. I'm super excited. I can't tell you how excited I get when things work out right. I'm going to add it to the cookbook, right? I'm so excited, right? And again, no sugar. All the things I use, I always use honey. Even in the meringue, I used honey. Everything was either honey and arrowroot flour, no grains at all. So you guys, this is a recipe to die for. All three of these have been amazing. And you guys, wait till you see this one. So let's load it up, everyone. Lemon meringue pie.
Today we are making lemon meringue pie without the sugar and without the graham cracker crust. We are going to do this with arrowroot flour and a nut crust. And as you can see, I've already processed. You can do your nuts of choice, whether it's almond, pecan, walnut. I choose walnut. That's my favorite nut. And you want to make sure that you guys get it really fine, right? Even if we're going to do this even a little bit more than this, as you can see, we want it as fine can be, just as if we're going to do some kind of graham cracker. We want it really that fine. So we're just going to right, what, just little granules and just something you could break apart even. And we're going to add in a couple tablespoons of melted butter just as we are mixing. But before we do that, I'm going to spice up our crust here with about half a teaspoon of my homemade fresh ginger powder and a little dash of nutmeg, just to give it a little bit of a spice to it. There we go. You guys can see I can and make my own ginger powder, awesome like that. So we're going to put this back on. We're going to puree that. We want those spices incorporated really well, and we're going to take off the top here and pour in our melted butter slowly. Voila, doesn't take long, super easy. All right, we have a pie pan here. We want a deep dish 9-inch pie pan, it says here. So we are going to get this out of here. and put this right into our pie dish. That. Pull this out. Just like this. Oops. I'll hold it up here. Let's spread this around. We're going to pre-bake this in the oven. I've got it going already at 350. It'll be very much like a paste. Just spread this around the sides here. Just making sure we got enough going up the sides, and we'll get that middle fixed here in just a second. Pushing it together. Now, you can always put another pan on here. You put some parchment paper over here and use some kind of weight. My mom used to use beans. But what I'm doing here for ours is I'm just using another pie pan. It's the same kind. I have a couple. What I'm going to do is just smash that in like that. There we go. See how that goes up the side? I'm just going to smash that in like this, and I'm going to bake this. And I'm just pushing down like a weight. I'm going to bake this in the oven at 350 for 12-15 minutes. All right, for our filling for our lemon meringue pie, we are going to be using 1 cup of honey here. We have a 1/3 cup. I'm using arrowroot flour. We've got 1 1/4 cups of water here. We have normally 5 large eggs, and we divided the egg yolks and the egg whites. My chickens have been laying really small ones because they're new, so I actually use 7 here on us. We have 2 tablespoons of butter, a 1/2 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, which you guys can see I have done over here, and also 2 teaspoons of freshly grated lemon zest. All right, so what we're going to do let's go in here. We're going to start with our honey. Get that already warmed up, making sure we got all of our honey going on. Don't want to miss out on that. Sure, Jake does that. There we go. We got our honey. We're adding in our water. Actually, I'm going to mix our arrowroot flour in with our water and get that all going just like this. Already ready to go, and adding that into with our honey. Got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We want to get this mixture nice and warmed up. Let's see. And yep, we're going to get the medium heat lifting until it comes to a boil. And then we're going to boil this for 1 minute. In the meantime, I'm going to take our egg yolks over here. I'm going to put them in a large bowl and get those whisked up together so that when this is ready, we can temper the egg. We're gonna mix these eggs with our amazing lemon juice. While that is going here, we're gonna move those out of the way. That's already coming up warm, nice, almost to a bubble or boil. That is what we're wanting to see. All right, we are gonna whisk our egg over here with our lemon juice. So that is well incorporated. Now that we've got this going, we are going to add in our lemon zest for that. There we go. We're going to mix this for 1 minute. It's going to boil for 1 minute. You can see how it's already getting thick. That's what we want. Look at that. That is exactly what we want. We're going to take that off the heat here for a second. Moving that over. There we go. We're going to take some of this hot mixture. We're going to temper our eggs with it. So we're going to get that mixing. I can temper it now. Bring this back up here. We're going to do the opposite now. Add our egg in our mixture here. All together. Make sure we all of our eggs in our bowl here. What we're going to do is we're going to add in our butter and we're going to mix that until that butter is melted. Okay, melted, and this will go into our pie crust and sit while we'll do the meringue tarts. Perfect. That is pretty much melted and ready to go. Now we'll put it in our pie crust. All right, we've got our egg whites here. We're gonna whisk these things up, adding in a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and we are gonna get these nice and foamy and gradually add in our wonderful honey. I'm gonna have a cup of that. But first we wanna get these a nice thickness before we do. So here we go. All right, as this is getting fluffy, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to start gradually adding our honey in here. Go. Let that fluff up. One nice stiff heat going on here. We're almost there with this. Beautiful. All right, let's check and see her there. Great way to test that is just pull it up. If it pulls up with a nice stiff peak like that, that is what we're wanting. I'll pull that out so everyone can see. If it pulls up like that and pulls, that's a nice stiff peak. That is what we're wanting to do. Look at that. Awesome. Grabbing all of that. All right, time to put our wonderful pie together. This is looking amazing. All right, we got our crust beautifully done. Just like that. Beautifully done. You can see, there we go. We have our wonderful filling. Beautiful. Wonderful lemon filling. All right, we want to top this with our meringue. Open it up here. Over to our sides. Just making sure all our beautiful sides are covered all the way around. Wow, this is going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to pop this in the oven 350 for 12 to 15 minutes until the top is golden brown. And let it sit and take some pictures for you guys to see this finish. Grab all of that wonderful, beautiful meringue. There we go. Have these beautiful, beautiful pinks. Look at that. Go hold. There we go. There we go. Isn't that amazing? We're going to pop this into the oven. 350, 12 to 15 minutes. So this is our pie out of the oven. Look at how beautiful this looks. Unbelievable. We're going to let this sit for a little while before we refrigerate it. And we will take pictures and everything, and maybe even do a little video of it being served up. But how gorgeous is this, everybody? Lemon meringue pie made with honey instead of sugar and arrowroot flour instead of cornstarch. How awesome is this? All right, we will see you guys for the next part. All right, let's see how this turns out. We have a beautiful lemon meringue pie here. So we thought we would decorate our plate here a little bit. Just a little bit of raspberry sauce to go with it. Not easier with the squeeze bottle, which I don't have on hand here. So good. Like that. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see how this turned out. Like cutting into a cloud. Hope it serves up well here. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Just like that. How fabulous is that? All right, lemon meringue pie, everybody. We are going to enjoy.
Well, what did you guys think of that? Man, that's right. Lemon meringue pie. That meringue was like award winning. I'm like, what in the world? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. And it turned out, I think I was more surprised than anything. And the taste, because I had to have that, like you guys, I was up till like 1 or 2 in the morning getting that done. Oh my gosh, it tasted so great. It tasted so great. Oh, unbelievable. But yeah, the filling was awesome. The nut crust went perfectly. That meringue, though, was like good 2-3 inches tall. That was award winning. I'll tell you what, I was so excited that number one, that I could use these alternatives and it would work. And I did some research and I found multiple different recipes where one might have done the honey and one, for the filling, one for the meringue. And I'm like, okay. And I got some kind of ideas and I'm like, I can do this. I can make my own. And I did. That turned out so great. So yes, can you make lemon meringue pie without sugar and without cornstarch? You guys just saw it firsthand. Oh my gosh, please try this. I hope that you do. It would be absolutely awesome to see if you do try it. Let me know. But it was amazing. It tasted phenomenal. So I sent some with Nurse Patrick today for work. So you guys know how much I love this show when I am up until like 1 or so in the morning cooking pies. You know how much I love you guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, that's right, JJ. That's right. Thank you for that. On Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am a guest for They Call Me Pencils. I will be her guest on Spaces. Yes, it's an audio podcast. So artists, make sure you guys check that out. It will be only on X, but I'm super excited to be her guest and talk about the art world. So thank you for reminding me about that, JJ. Let's just throw that up here in the chat so everyone can see that. I'll post this right here. And he put this in the permanent section over here on Rumble. I appreciate that very much. Yes, I will be on Spaces with They Call Me Pencils. How cool is that? Love her. Love the art world. Thank you so much, JJ, for doing that. I appreciate that so much. That was awesome. So, you guys, I don't have any show tomorrow because my husband and I have to go out and do some important things. So, you know, normally we have something that's going to feed our soul. Well, I'll tell you what, we do have something that's going to feed our soul today. I have many, many wonderful stories to share with you, good news to share with you, and leave you guys set for an amazing week ahead. But before we do that, you guys know, I always like to say my gratitude, and I always say my prayers for you guys. And this is why I've made this beautiful gift into a video, right? Because it was a wonderful gift. I love this gift. It's called the Be Blessed prayer. So besides my other prayers, I'm always saying this prayer for every single one of you because I don't know what's going on with you, but you know, God knows what's going on with you. And a great my neighbor and a great friend of mine gave me this a few years back. And ever since then, I've been saying this every Sunday for you guys on air. So as we switch over to our good news today, we're going to mediate here with this wonderful Be Blessed prayer. Amen and amen and amen to that. Now that we have fed your body with amazing, amazing recipes of our deep dish bacon cheeseburger pizza, our wonderful deep dish brownies, you know, turned them into a wonderful dessert, and then also that a fantastic meringue pie, is now time to feed our soul. So I have saved a whole bunch of different stories here. If you're following me on X, you guys can grab these too and share them out because they're absolutely beautiful. And so I hope that we're going to get you guys to have that wonderful night, that beautiful reset. And if you guys have noticed, I've been doing a friendship post on X as well too, trying to tag as many of you guys as can. If you respond, I'll keep you in the list. If you don't want to be in the list, let me know. I'll take you out. But I love, if you want to be added to the list, let me know and I will add you. But I love you guys so much. And since we are missing tomorrow, I figured this would be perfect to start with these amazing stories. And this is our first. The pastor asked ChatGPT, if you were the devil, what would you do?
ChatGPT, if you were the devil, and maybe you are, if you were the devil, what would you do? And the answer that came back at me shook me in my shoes. I wouldn't waste my time trying to get you to worship me. No, I just convince you not to worship God at all. I'd tell you truth is relative. Your truth, my truth, until nobody knows which way is up. I'd whisper, as long as you're happy, it's right. I'd keep you busy, too busy for prayer, too busy for church, too busy for crew. I'll put that one in. Too busy to ask eternal questions, I'd fill your hands with a phone so you'd never have time to fold them in prayer. I'd break families, get fathers absent, marriages bitter, and kids confused. If I can fracture the home, I can fracture the future. I divide the church, petty arguments, comparison, offense, celebrity culture. If I can get Christians fighting each other, they'll never fight me. I'd desensitize you. I'd glamorize sin in movies, normalize it in music, laugh at it in comedy, and celebrate it in culture until what once shocked you now entertains you. I'd attack your identity. I'd make you question who you are, where you belong, and whether you matter. I'd whisper shame so loud you can't hear God's voice of love. And through it all, I wouldn't even try to prove I exist. My greatest trick is to convince you I'm not real. Because if you don't believe I'm real, you'll never resist.
Yes, that is so true. I mean, you're right. It is very much.
I asked ChatGPT, if you were the devil.
Very much like Paul Harvey's rendition, If I Were the Devil. Absolutely. So one thing is like it said is just try to, realize I'm going to try to change the fact that you're even going to question your existence. And so the next one I have for you is this beautiful one, because don't question your existence. You are perfectly, beautifully made. And I love this. Oh, I should probably change the banner over so we can read what these are saying. There we go. It says, I love this so much. Don't let the devil do this. Be authentically you. There will never be another you. So stop trying to be like them. Be you. You are beautifully crafted and beautifully made. So I really love that one. So be authentically you. I think that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And so let's go into our first heartwarming story here from others. What do we think about the elderly? Well, this one really touched my heart. Absolutely lovely here. Be respectful.
And
I'm going to have to turn the music off on this one, guys. I'm sorry because I'm getting violations over there on YouTube, but let's read the words here. Caring for the elderly. We saw an older gentleman sitting alone while we were out eating. Check it out. I have something to fix that. I can add my own music. Look at that. These guys, I am so excited to see that the younger generations are even caring. Look at that. I don't want him to sit with them. The poor man was trying to enjoy his dinner and she's crying because he's all alone. Seeing old people eat alone is a different type of pain. Being an empath in this world is hard because this old man is using a magnifying glass to see his phone just ruined. I love that. And you know what was really inspiring about this one is the fact that they would stop and they would go and they would spend with them. They would sit with them. They would go, talk to them. And I thought that was really, really awesome. If you guys see something like this in your life, or you see an elderly person sitting by themselves, make the time to go over and maybe sit with them. Even if it's for a few minutes, talk with them. I thought that was really beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's be the change in someone else's life. Here's this next one. I'm going to have to probably choose my own music if it's bad. Okay. This is a heartwarming tearjerker of our wonderful fur babies, right? A heartwarming tear-inducing moment when the canine finally recognizes his very first handler. Check it out.
cool.
Look at that. They never forget. Oh my gosh. Oh. That is so precious. So precious. Oh, I don't know why I couldn't stay with this first handler, but man, that was so precious. All right, we got another one here too. This one. Let's add this one here too. This is a young boy sweetly surprised his favorite Home Depot employee with flowers on her birthday. It's a cute reminder that real kindness comes straight from the heart.
Oh my God, you have a shirt for your birthday.
Oh.
That's sweet. Real kindness comes straight from the heart. How many of you guys have your favorite Home Depot employee? Do you even know it's their birthday? But I thought that was really awesome. Straight from the heart. Wow, cute is this? All right, here is a story we're going to read here about this young woman. She was a struggling secretary making so many mistakes, she feared losing her job. So she invented something in her kitchen that made her $47.5 million. Yes, Try. I was crying on that one too. This is an amazing short story worth a read. Okay, so she was a struggling secretary making so many mistakes, she feared losing her job. So she invented something in her kitchen that made her $47.5 million. Picture this, Texas, 1951. You're a single mom. Your son needs food. Your job depends on perfect typing. And you're making mistakes every day. Betty Nesmith Graham lived this reality. At her desk in a busy Dallas office, typewriter keys clacking nonstop with typewriters. There was no delete key. One error meant retyping the entire page. Betty's basket overflowed with crumpled paper. Her boss frowned. Coworkers whispered. Someday she typed the same letter 5 times. Losing this job would put her and her son Michael in serious trouble. But instead of giving up, she noticed something. Painters fixing mistakes on office windows didn't scrape everything off. They just painted over the errors. Why can't I do that with typing, she wondered. That night in her tiny kitchen, she mixed white tempera paint in a blender. The next day, she secretly brushed it over a typing mistake, and it worked. She finally turned in a perfect letter. That night in her tiny kitchen, she mixed white tempera paint in a blender. The next day, she secretly brushed it over a typing mistake, and it worked. She finally turned, I'm reading this again, sorry. She finally turned in the perfect letter. Soon, the other secretaries noticed her flawless pages. They begged her for her trick. Betty mixed batches at home, bottling them for coworkers. She called it mistake out. The men in suits mocked her. A secretary inventing something? A woman starting a business? It's just paint, they said. But while others complained about typing errors, Betty spent midnight hours perfecting her formula. She kept her day job while selling mistake out from her home. The demand grew. Michael and his friends helped fill bottles after school. She improved the formula, created different shades, and designed better brushes. Every complaint became a chance to improve. By 1960s, demand exploded. She moved production into a real building, hired employees, and renamed it Liquid Paper. The same executives who laughed at her now wanted to buy her company. She refused. It was hers. For nearly 30 years, she built her business, upgraded formulas, fought patent battles, and survived economic downturns, all while remembering those humiliating early days. Then in 1979, the Gillette Corporation offered her $47.5 million for liquid paper. The woman who once feared losing her secretary job sold her invention for what would be worth over $200 million today. But her legacy wasn't just money. It was the message. Innovation doesn't require labs or big budgets. It comes from ordinary people solving ordinary problems. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't accept limits. She went home, opened her blender, and changed the world. Today, we have delete keys and spell check, but correction fluid still sits on office drawers. A quiet reminder that some of the most revolutionary ideas begin with the simple question, why can't I just fix this instead of starting over? And sometimes the person brave enough to ask the question is a struggling single mom who refused to let mistakes define her. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. Don't let mistakes define you, right? If you're struggling with something in this world, right, don't let those challenges define you, right? I just love that. And sometimes a person brave enough to ask the question is the one that's struggling, who refused to let mistakes define her. I thought that was absolutely a beautiful story that we just shared out there on X. All right, this one here too is a beautiful story about fathers and daughters. Let's add this here too. This here is the first father-daughter dance held in an Angola prison for inmates who haven't seen their daughters in years and never had a chance to dance with them.
Oh my God!
You know I got you, baby girl.
Tell her how much I love her and tell her I apologize for all the years I missed in her life, and I hope she forgive me, and I'll make it up to her with this day. She's 17 and I've been gone 15 years. She means everything. She means my world, man. I ever put my life on the line for my daughter, man.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so touching. How beautiful of story is this? Father-daughter dance held at Angola prison. I think that is absolutely beautiful. All right, we got another one here. A sweet little girl with autism brought her stuffed puppy to the dog show. One of the judges noticed her, came over and asked if she'd like to show her dog too. Restore your faith in humanity. Oh, isn't that awesome? Absolutely awesome. Restore your faith in humanity. I love it. Absolutely love it. Next one up, we have an amazing bus driver. Look at this one here too. God bless this dear bus driver. A bus driver helps a young man with autism feel comfortable getting on the bus by talking to him about Fortnite.
All right, bye.
Oh, he did. He did.
The paper's in his bag.
Fortnite! Come tell me about Fortnite. You were gonna play yesterday. You gonna play Fortnite?
Go tell about Fortnite.
Come tell me about Fortnite. I want to hear. And then yeah, what was it?
She put a picture there for you. See?
I thought that was my boy. There you go. I'll get the paper.
Okay. All right, bye.
That's awesome. I love it. Kudos to this amazing bus driver. How awesome is that? All right, our next story up here is a beautiful one here too. I love this story. So here we go. It says, my name's Arthur. I'm 72. I work at Second Chance Thrift Store on Maple Street. Been pricing donated clothes and organizing shelves for 9 years. Most people drop off bags without looking at me. I'm just the old man sorting through their leftovers. But I notice everything, like the boy who came in last November, shivering in a torn hoodie. Couldn't be more than 14. He touched a winter coat on the rack, navy blue, barely worn, and then checked the price tag, $12. His shoulders sagged. He walked to the counter with a thin jacket instead, $3. That coat would fit you better, I said, nodding towards the navy one. Can't afford it, he mumbled. After he left, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Minnesota winter was coming, and that thin jacket wouldn't cut it. Next week, he came back, headed straight for that navy coat, touched it like it was gold, and then walked away. This happened 3 more times. Finally, I pulled the coat off the rack, took it to the back room, and put sold tag on it. When he came in the following Tuesday, I was waiting. Hey, kid, someone bought this coat but never picked it up. Store policy, after 2 weeks, we have to discount it. I handed it to him. It's $3 now. His eyes went wide. That's not, you're lying. You're calling me a liar, I said, pretending to be offended. He bought it. His hands shook as he counted $3 bills, put it on right there in the store, zipped it up, and his whole face changed, like he found armor. Thank you, he whispered. I did that 17 more times that winter. A single mom needed working shoes, an immigrant family needing blankets, a homeless woman needing socks. I moved items to the back, marked them down, created store policies that didn't exist. Then a customer caught me, watched me do it. Instead of reporting me, she donated $100. For your store policies, she said with a knowing smile. Word spread quietly. Regular customers started funding my pricing errors. They'd buy $50 gift cards and leave them at the register for whoever needs it. Last week, a young man walked in wearing that navy coat, but he wasn't 14 anymore. He was in his 20s, college sweatshirt underneath. You're Arthur, right? He said. You gave me this coat 7 years ago. You told me it was store policy, he smiled. I knew you were lying, but you let me keep my pride. He handed me an envelope. Inside was $500. I'm a social worker now, he said. I help homeless youth because someone showed me that kindness doesn't have to be humiliating. It can look like a store policy. I'm 72. I price used clothes that smell like other people's lives, but I learned this. Dignity matters more than charity. Help people without making them feel small. Lie about the price, bend the rules, make up policies. Let them walk with their heads up. That's what changes lives. Let the story reach more hearts. Way to go, Arthur. Way to go, Arthur, on changing that young boy's life. Absolutely beautiful. Here is another one. Almost everything is like this. Normal people don't wake up hunting for racial fights. They just eat dinner, laugh with strangers, treat others like human beings. It's a tiny, very loud minority that insists America in a burning war zone. The rest of us, we'd rather live the way these kids do.
When I find myself in times of trouble.
I'm worried about the music. Sorry, guys. Let's put on something here. There we go. And we'll start this over again, and I'll read it to you. This lady was so sweet, having a full conversation with my baby. She must speak Babyese. Little boy comes up to a stranger and drinks right out of his cup. Oh, love this. Just hugging strangers. Be more like kids. Oh, look at this. The complete stranger on our flight. Thank you to the complete stranger. Love that. Part 2. I missed that. Playing with the little girl in the store. Oh, I love that. Be more like this, guys. Kindness is free. When your baby is extroverted and has to say hi to everyone at story time. Oh, I love it. Go boys. We need to be more like kids, right? Kindness is free, everyone. Be out there and be the light. They didn't speak the same language, but it didn't matter. Just 2 toddlers, one magical afternoon. Everyone deserves a little joy and maybe a high five too. Italian style. He wants to high five everyone. That is adorable. Absolutely adorable. Love that. Let's see what I missed something. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was a different conversation. Okay, beautiful, beautiful post. Here's another one. This is the reason I want to be rich. I have to agree with this. This would be a great way. If you're rich, this is what you should be.
You're the light, you're the night.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I should know better. Let's do something here. Here we go. Right? I love that. How awesome is that? Phenomenal. If you're going to be rich, go do this. If you're not rich and you ever have the means to do that, do it anyway. I think that is really awesome. All right. Here is one that's really cool too. I love it. Grandparents were surprised when all their grandchildren showed up, not for a visit, but a sleepover.
Can we have some friends stay the night?
Some friends stay the night, sure.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
Thank you.
Bring them on.
They'll be here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be here in a second.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony! Aussie Kabasi! Hey! How you doing up here? Yay! Aussie! Hey, man!
We're all staying.
Yay!
You all want to stay the night?
Hey! What do you think of that, man?
We're all staying.
Yay! Look here. What do you think of that? Steve Hubbard?
I'll start this for you.
Hey, what do you think?
My favorite.
Good. What do you think? Very true. Hey, Steve Hubbard needs. All right. I love it.
Look at that. How cool is that? Have you guys ever thought about that? If you got grandparents still living, maybe you guys can get together and go and join them for us, or join your others for a sleepover. I thought that was super cool. Absolutely a great idea. And yeah, JJ, I agree with you over on YouTube. I have no idea why they're like that. No idea why they're like that. So we got a few things here too. I'm going to keep sharing. I got so many bookmarks here, guys. But I like this one here too. All this inspiration. People who defend your name when you're not around are the most loyal friends you could ever have. And I just love you guys for this. Absolutely beautiful. Just some of the most loyal friends you could have. Here's another one here too that I really like. Whoops, this one right here. It says, grapes must be crushed to become wine. Olives must be pressed to release their oil. Diamonds are forged under immense pressure. Seeds need the darkness of the soil to sprout and grow. So when you feel crushed, pressed, under pressure, or lost in the dark, remember, you're not breaking. You're in a sacred process of transformation. That's not a low point. That's exactly the place where beauty, strength, and new life are made. Amen to that. Amen to that. I love that one so much. I'm going to hold on to because we follow each other. I got to tell them how beautiful I thought that was. Here's another one I think that I love so much. Things money can't buy: manners, morals, respect, character, common sense, trust, patience, class, integrity, and love. I like this one a lot as well too. We're going to type. I want to repost that one. There we go. Grab that one, guys. Things that money can't buy: manners, morals, respect, character, common sense, trust, patience, class, integrity, and love. I love that one a lot. I got to keep that one here too. So I think we've got a few that I wanted to show you. Oh, that's some foodie ones. We got some fun ones here too that I wanted to show you guys as well as we leave. Let's start with a fun one here. If you guys haven't seen this one here too, is the story of Lazarus. I think this is funny. Whoops, there we go. Comedic style.
Like the story of Lazarus. You know that story? You guys know that story? How does it go? Lazarus died. Jesus called him back to life. It's a miracle, right? Everyone like Jesus looks like the hero. It's great, right? Inspirational story. All the loved ones are sad. They're happy again. It's a miracle for everyone involved except Lazarus. Read the story. He was dead for 4 days in heaven. Just up there decorating his mansion. Okay, this is awesome. I can't believe we're finally here. This is great. He had a bum knee. That was fixed. He's walking better, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Shooting hoops with the disciples. What's up, fellas? Y'all chill? Not the disciples. They weren't there yet. Noah, Abraham. What's up? I can't believe it. Streets of gold, mansions. This is incredible. We're in paradise with God forever, worshiping. No more pain, no more suffering. We finally made it. Just in the mansion. Excuse me. Is Lazarus here? He comes around the corner. Yeah. Oh man. Listen. We don't normally do this, but oh man, listen, we gotta send you back to the Middle East with no air conditioning. Sorry. I guarantee you Lazarus was up in heaven watching that whole scene go down. He saw Jesus walking over to his house. He's like, no! It said they were best friends. Jesus and Lazarus were best friends. You ever read a story about them hanging out when he came back?
Oh, I love that. That is so funny. That's so funny to me. All right, let's look a little bit more humor for everyone. I will share that one out again. If you guys are following me on X, I am reposting all of these at Lady Hamilton AR1, where we are streaming right now. Okay, let's do a few more fun ones before we leave tonight. All right, this one is fun. Hey, if you guys are over 40, I believe so, mystery pains that come with age. Check it out. I swear 40 is when it all starts, but 50 for sure.
No one tells you when you get older, you're just going to have mystery pains, just things that don't make no sense. Back in the day, I could rake leaves, work in the yard all day long and wake up the next day, do it all over again. Now, if I sneeze, I pull a muscle that I just didn't even know existed. Limping around all day like I survived a bar fight with no explanation. I don't even have good stories of how I hurt myself, like, oh, I blew my knees out winning the championship football game. No, I scooped ice cream wrong. Now my elbow makes this clicking sound.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Anybody else have those kind of things? Oh man, that is awesome. All right, man, that is hilarious. Great. All right, men, this one is for you. All right. Funny memes here for our men. All right. This is men wrapping Christmas gifts and men using a smoker. JJ, I totally thought of you with your basket weave bacon, man. I was like, right? How they take care of their smoked meats, right? Or making basket weave bacon versus how they wrap gifts. I thought this was really hilarious. And right? He can rebuild an engine, operate a 15-ton machine, and fix things that can't be fixed. Still wraps presents like this. I don't know what's up with that guy. It is true. You guys are unbelievable, amazing. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but yes, this you do the basket weave bacon really well. I know, JJ. That's why it made me think of it. Oh, so that's your problem? Oh, right. You're old. Okay, from the last one, right? There it is. Yes, he does do amazing basket weave bacon. And I don't know, for some reason, JJ, I don't know how you wrap presents, but I totally saw this and I'm like, that's exactly how he would wrap that piece of meat too, with a beautiful bacon wrap meat. But yes, men, don't know what's up here with your gift wrapping, but that is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. We're going to share that one out as well. All right. Let's see. This is just absolutely amazing. And I don't know if this is AI. But this one says, I look like, or I feel like I'm watching how Noah's Ark literally got loaded. I thought this was funny. I feel like I witnessed Noah's Ark being loaded. Check it out. Okay, hold on. I got Christmas music for this. Okay, hold on. I know, it's stupid. I'm going to have to really. There we go. Christmas music. Here we go. That's the total supervisor going on here, man. It's hilarious. Very well trained animals, that's for sure. Wow. They know where their home is, for sure. Right? Isn't that like watching Noah's Ark? That is crazy. Luckily, I have this music that I've downloaded that is copyright free. I love that. But that one is great. So I have some amazing stuff. Okay. Let's see what else I have for you. Okay, so we got to finish with did I show you this one? Eggnog, Martha Stewart style. And if you guys like eggnog, and I know some of you have, this is the most craziest thing. Martha Stewart's eggnog recipe: 3 cups of bourbon, a half a cup of dark rum, and 2 cups of cognac. Let your Christmas be merry and bright.
You beat up your egg yolks. 1.5 cups of superfine sugar. And now you're going to add 1 quart of whole milk and 1 quart of heavy cream. And now 3 cups of bourbon. I warned you, it's pretty strong. But you only drink a little of this. And we need a half a cup of dark rum and, believe it or not, 2 cups of cognac, a good cognac. Now, just before serving, beat the egg whites. Now, you can take the egg whites and just gently immerse them into the egg yolk mixture. This gives a lot of fluff and volume to your eggnog. You can add just a tiny, tiny bit of sugar to your heavy cream. Again, remember, not too stiff. So I'm going to put our base into our great big beautiful punch bowl. Just dollop the whipped cream on top. The final touch, fragrant grated nutmeg, and let guests enjoy. Remember, one per person. You beat up your
Oh
egg.
my gosh, I'm so making this. I didn't make eggnog for you guys. I swear. Like I did not add this much alcohol to it, but maybe, you know, holidays are coming up, guys. That's awesome. But I do have something I thought this was hilarious that I'm going to give each one of you guys for Christmas. So if I've emailed you about getting me an address, or if you want a Christmas card for me, please DM me, guys, my wonderful friends, especially the ones on the list, because if not, this is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get anyway. But I saw this and I thought this was hilarious. Dear friends, your Christmas gift this year is me. That's right. Another year of friendship. Your membership has just been renewed. Merry Christmas. Love, Lady H. You're going to get my friendship no matter what. But I thought this was so funny. I'm like, oh, your membership has been renewed. So congratulations to all of you. Right. That is another round and another year of great friendship. I love doing the friendship posts, though, by the way. I hope you guys enjoy those as much as I do. I think that is awesome. All right. No, I do have one last one. Don't mess with mama. Okay, this is our last one for tonight. Here we go. Don't mess with mama. Oh, yes.
Here comes the mom.
Right? That is so loud. Sorry. Let me give you kisses. Oh, I love it. Don't mess with the mom. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Try gave us one. And thank you. Let me get the right music going on for this one. I don't know. But this is a great way. It is Christmas season. That is a great way to look at this beautiful. Look at this. The Christmas tree in front of the Milan Cathedral has been officially lit up. Oh my gosh. They do Christmas. They do Christmas right. There we go. Oops. You like this one? Here we go. Let's look at it. Oh, look at that. Right. Nice. 370. How beautiful is this? I love it. Thank you so much, Try. How beautiful is this? That is a great way to, I'm going to share that one out too. Thank you so much for that one. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Beautiful. All right. I wanted to say, yeah, 370 says, I love eggnog, just straight, no alcohol. It's easier for you to lose weight. Yeah, right. But yeah, we made it ourselves on the show, I don't know, a month or so ago. I love that too. And you do like your homemade Kahlua. Nice. That I do follow that account. Try. Thank you so much. And that is a great account to follow. I agree. And I think, we shared the cat one. Oh no. I didn't share this one. Oh, I missed one. Guys, of these beautiful humanitarian moments. We got to share this little girl. This little girl told the bus driver that this was her favorite song. So he turned up the music and they danced together. I'm going to play it no matter what. Here we go. Bus driver. How cute is that? I had to shake it off, right? I'm not necessarily a fan of that, but that little girl and that bus driver, I'm telling you guys, absolutely telling you how awesome is that. I think that is phenomenal, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, so you guys, so let me get rid of these. So before we leave, just a note here so that you guys know that there's no show tomorrow. Right. I have some things and some important things to do with my husband. So I'll be back on Thursday. I have to do the taping tomorrow morning, first thing, because my guest is a returning guest. His name is David Hughes, and he is from London. So I'll be taping the interview, and that is my special guest for Thursday. Then I've got the colorblind artist coming up, and then I've got Michael Brennan coming back, right? The plein air artist, and then back to more recipes for the holidays, guys. So if there's something you want me to cook, let me know. So ahead of time, so I have it ready to go, because that was so much fun, Tri-Stater, to sit there and ask me to do a lemon meringue pie and to be able to change it, to get rid of that sugar and to get rid of those flours or whatever cookies and whatever, and make it with arrowroot and honey. And it turned out so well. The pizza blew my mind too. And I'm like, it can be done. So super excited. And I love trying to do these amazing things, everyone. Just amazing. Please do me a favor and don't forget to hit those buttons, guys, right? Those likes, follows, and shares. It helps the algorithm see me. And if you guys are over there, you don't have to go to YouTube. You can stay here at Rumble, which I love, but I am over here streaming on YouTube too. And I would appreciate subscribing is free. Make sure you guys are hitting those buttons as well. But before we leave tonight and say goodbye, we're going to play the song, JJ. I love it because we need it. This is putting on our armor of God. And JJ has made this amazing video for us all. As we reset our night and get ready for this weekend, everybody remember to put on your armor of God. So here we go. Make sure it's turned all the way up this time.
Hear the cries of the crusaders. Show them what we're made of.
God gave us light, but somebody hit the breaker. Lost in the dark till I met my maker. Fighting for peace while I'm here on God's acres. Love thy neighbor. I don't even hate haters. They say don't be violent in the face of my traitors. We can talk about it later. My savior came in flipping tables. I'm a crusader. My heart is my anchor. The angels are crying and smearing their makeup. You dance with the devil. I march to their cadence. Feeding my kids with the fruits of my labor. I paid all my payments. I'm all out of patience. So save all your statements. You say from your basement. I stand on the pavement and fight for my people against you dictators.
The cries of the crusaders. Show them what we're made of. I put my armor on. Hear the cries of the crusaders. Show them what we're made of.
I stand for what's right, even if I stand alone. I'd rather be losing this battle than winning while fighting for something that I know is wrong. Known all along. I have a purpose. Gotta reach my people. Ain't no common ground on the battlefield that we're standing on. It's a war going on of good and evil. I'm a crusader. Screaming my prayers. I'm hoping that God hear my word and find favor. Speaking my truth in my tongue is a razor that open the wounds that the devil disabled. I'm standing in light, so the darkness around me, my heart keep on pounding. The trumpets are sounding. I'm not backing down and they're counting me out, but I just keep on counting.
Cries of the crusaders. Show them what we're made of. I put my armor on. Hear the cries of the crusaders. Show them what we're made of. God is not giving us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and light and of a sound mind.
We love that, JJ. Love that. Thank you so much for letting us play that amazing video. You guys remember to put on your armor of God. This week, though, there is something special coming up for me. You guys will be able to join me over here under They Call Me Pencils, everyone. She has invited me. I've never been on an X space before, but that's an audio podcast or an audio show, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to be talking about ways artists can gain online exposure, from building a website to selling online to growing a social media following and more. There's tips that I need to know. And she's going to be asking me about my art world and what I do. I love that she says to join me in the Art Podcast Queen. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Cindy, for that. Loved having her on the show. I'll have to ask her to come back. But you guys, this is going to be Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on X. And JJ has put that in the permanent chats everywhere. And I've been sharing that. So if you guys want to hear a great conversation, if you're an artist out there and you want to know how to get more exposure and things like that, we are both going to be talking about that. And also our amazing artist corner, guys. And so you guys, please join me for that. You can find that by following me and about all of my shows, right? Because I share this stuff out, but please give me a follow. You guys can follow me on X at Lady Hamilton AR1. You can also follow me on X Truth Gab Pilled at Lady Hamilton Art. We are streaming now, also, like I said, on YouTube over here at Lady Hamilton's Artist Corner. So you guys can check that out, or just Google Headmaster's Homeroom and you guys will be able to find that as well. All right, let's give some love where love is due, right? Not only do I have the best viewers in the world, and thank you guys for all that you do, but I have also the best mods in the whole entire world. Thank you so much, Team Lady Hamilton moderators. You truly are the best. Let's give them some love. Starting with our amazing JJR SVL, where we just watched that amazing video, right? An amazing, we love that. Go and find that and make sure you're hitting the like on that and all his other videos. But you can also follow him on Truth, X, Gab, Pilled, and Getter. Our fantastic Tri-Stater, and thank you for the recommendation. I loved making that pie, my friend. Please give him a follow on Truth and on X, and go check out his group on Truth Social. Our beautiful Nancy, let's give her some love. And she's been hanging out over there on YouTube with us. You guys can follow her on Truth and on X. And Frosty's everywhere. He's now got us thing on YouTube as well, too. But you guys are handling all these channels from X to Rumble to Pilled and to YouTube now. Let's give him some love and follow on Truth and on X. All right, everybody. We're going to be finishing our night here tonight with the amazing sweet sounds of arrowroot. Thank you so much for letting us play your music. So I will see you guys, if you're joining me on the X space, I'll see you guys Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then also I'll be back on Thursday with our special guest returning from London, David Hughes, everyone. So, and then another great week. So I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed night. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully we fed your stomachs and made you hungry. Please try those recipes and let me know if you have. And also fed your souls with just the beautifulness of humanity, right? The sweetness of kindness. I think that is absolutely wonderful. And hopefully you guys have a great week ahead. All right, we're going to load up this song here from our great group that's been on here 6 times for concerts. We love them like crazy. Thank you, Arrowman. This is Blessed is He Who Comes. Everyone have a great Sunday night. I will see you all for sure on Thursday. And hopefully you guys will be able to listen to us on Tuesday. Have a great night, everyone. Be blessed. And take care. I will see everybody later. Thank you for coming.
Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah. We have blessed you out of his house. Oh, blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah. We have blessed you out of his house. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah, we have blessed you. Out of his house, oh, blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahuwah. We have blessed you. Out of his house, the stone that the builders have tossed aside is now the cornerstone. Yahuwah has done this. It is marvelous.